I don't remember. Oh, was that the show we played here?
Here, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a meet and greet thing. I met you.
Right.
Is it recording?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sweet. Hey, I'm DJ Mighty Iris with 103.3 The App, SA's alternative station. We're out here at Freeman Coliseum, and I'm here with Sir Aaron Bruno
Sir.
of AWOLNATION.
Yeah, I haven't been knighted yet.
Camelot-ish.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what we were talking about before, or I don't know if you caught it, the last time I met you was right around when Run came out.
Yeah.
You guys were playing at Aztec Theater, and there was a meet and greet going on. Nice socks, by the way.
Thanks. I've
And,
worn them 5 days in a row.
See, that was one of my questions.
Yeah.
How do you? Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get to that. So yeah, there was a meet and greet going on. I was at the tail end of it, and I didn't know how to approach you. And you totally came up to me, and you were like, "Hi, I'm Aaron." And I was like,
nice.
I was super starstruck. It was awesome.
Cool.
So it's pretty much the anniversary of Run, isn't it? This is when it came out, pretty
On
much.
St. Patrick's Day, which
sweet.
hence the green socks. That
Yeah.
I there.
I've been in St. Patty's Day mode all weekend.
Yeah, and we were in Chicago actually when they dyed the river
The
green.
river green,
so
yeah.
that was kind of a cool thing to see that I've only seen in movies. But yeah, going full circle, it's been a year, I guess, and some change since Run came out. Still going strong, and sophomore follow-up kind of deal, and
Yeah.
it's been cool to see how well it was received for sure.
Hell yeah, man. We play a bunch of your songs on the station. I do this game where I kind of guess what single's going to come out next, and I thought Windows would be the second one for sure.
I wanted that to be the first one, but
see, that
labels
sounds
don't know
badass,
anything,
though.
obviously.
So it's not your choice?
Well, it's a collaborative effort. You know, you want everybody, you want the people that are going in fighting the fight of the radio, kind of behind the scenes stuff that is not really exciting for music fans, certainly not for me either.
Yeah.
You know, you want them to, I guess, feel confident in the decision, so it's best if you can negotiate and come to a middle ground.
Well, it's a really good album. It's one of those albums that I love where you don't have to skip any songs. You can listen to it all the way through.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
It's always the goal.
Are there any albums that you like that are like that? I'm curious.
Millions,
about
you know,
Yeah.
well, really thousands, I should say.
Yeah.
But, for the first one for me was, you know, with the exception of obvious, you know, records like Thriller and, you know, a lot of 80s stuff. Radiohead's OK Computer was although I would skip a few songs now, but when that came out, that was a great example of a record that took me on this beautiful journey that meant a lot to me. Also, the Flaming Lips, Yoshimi versus the Pink Robot was a big one for me. They didn't go front to end. I thought the first Alt J record called An Awesome Wave, that was a great album front to end that I love very much. There's a record by a band called Mini Mansions that I like front to end as well. That's
I've heard of them.
Yeah, it's a bass player that plays with Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Not the original bass player, but he's the guy who plays with them now. I think that record's just really great. I'm making a record for a band called Iron Tom right now that I hope that...
Iron Tom was awesome.
Yeah,
they opened for you
us,
at Aztec. I liked their page as soon as I saw them.
Cool.
I had a gig that night though. I was DJing and I got to see, you started off with Run and then went into Hollow Moon and then I had to leave.
That's
I
all you
felt
have to see, that's it.
Well, it was good. Run is such a badass way to start that album off too.
We tried.
It's intense.
Yeah, it was you know, just a call to arms to, you know, humanity to suggest that we all make mistakes, you know.
Yeah. You said you produced Iron Toms?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
really, really cool.
we're 6 songs in, and so when I get back, hopefully we'll finish that up.
Yeah.
And I hope that for people like you and other you know, music lovers, they can listen to this album front to end as well.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
I made some notes because I was super nervous about meeting you, and my friend Amy, she's a bartender at Oak Hills Tavern. Hey, Amy. She drew a giant dick on it, like to help me like calm my nerves.
Yeah, dicks.
So yeah,
calming thing,
it's fun stuff.
I know I'm calmed by them. You know.
So I wanted to tell you, I love I love your voice. I think I love your vocals, and I love that you can scream too. And I know they don't really teach that in choir class. I don't know if you've had choir lessons, but do you think that goes back to like your punk rock days? I know you were a huge that was like one of your first bands, right?
Yeah. The first time I tried to scream, it was bad, you know. I mean, anyone can scream, right? If there's a burglar in your house, you're probably gonna scream.
Mine sounds like a honk almost. I've tried it too. It's more like a goose kind of thing.
Well, it takes a while to find a way to do it without losing your voice completely and throwing it out. You know, when I first started and got into music that was more screaming, you know, like, you know, some of the hardcore music I got into and punk rock, it was hard for me to not lose my voice and until I found some sort of way to do it, I guess, without
yeah, it's
losing
like
it
you
completely.
just kind of have to play with it.
But I was in so many different bands that had different styles that I kind of put my voice through the ringer of all different kinds of ways. You know, you're only capable of doing so much with your voice that God gave you, right? So from screaming to singing aggressively to singing in my falsetto to singing more normal to singing lower. I've tried all those things a bunch, and you know, not that I'm a master of one by any means, but to come full circle, I at least have become a master of what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to do that really until you know, I started this project with the first record.
Yeah, yeah. I read your interview in Red Bulletin magazine. I think we get those at the station, and there's like so many awesome local bands here, and I talked to a bunch of them, and they get kind of frustrated because they're super talented, they bust their asses, and after reading that interview with you, you've been through so many bands, and you know, you get older and you're like, fuck, like, you know, what's gonna happen, and then all of a sudden it just comes together. Like, what advice would you give to local bands that are kind of thinking the same thing?
I guess I would just say you could always write a better song. I get asked that a lot, you know, like, what advice would you give, and I always feel let down that I can't give some awesome anecdote, but just that, you know, you could always do better is the whole thing, and you know, I wrote a bunch of songs that I thought should be sort of put me on, you know, be a huge turning point in my career that weren't, you know, necessarily, and that I thought were the best songs I could ever write. So when they didn't do good and didn't see the light of day, I felt that, you know, it was over.
Yeah.
Just like we all know what it's like to go through a first heartbreak or something like that. We're like, no one's ever gonna love me. I'm never gonna find a girl that I love this much, and then it just keeps getting better, you know.
Yeah.
So the same thing, you know, is such for a songwriter. You just have to believe that you can continue to improve, and if you continue to try, you're gonna get better. You know, it takes hours to master any one craft. You know, so as they say in that book that everybody read, 10,000 hours is what makes you become a master, I guess, is one thing. So just continue to write, continue to work on it, and really study all genres of music and try to look at everything, because I try to pull from sources that others aren't looking at, you know. Everybody knows the main bands that are on the radio, everybody knows the main, you know, popular bands, you know, that critics have given great reviews to, but I try to dig deeper into, you know, records and songs from different genres that are undiscovered for me and undiscovered for, you know, people, other bands, you know, contemporary bands or songwriters. So to answer your question in a really long way, always keep writing and try to discover new music, and that could be music from the past or current, but stuff that is new to your ears. And even if it's stuff you don't like, you could at least learn what you don't like about those songs and not ever do that.
Yeah.
So it's always helpful.
Is it always the songs that you don't think those are the ones that are going to be the most popular? They end up being the one that.
I don't know. With this sale was that way. Obviously, I didn't think that would be popular, but I just felt like none of it was going to be popular. I gave up thinking that way. I just wanted to make a record I loved. And then with this one, you know, I've always felt like we're on Woman. That's the single that we're at right now.
I love it. Yeah.
And I truly think that's a big song. So if it does well, I could have seen that coming. You know.
Yeah.
But it's different now for me, because now that I've had success, it's easier for me to sort of guess what will work, but I don't know. I mean, no one really knows. And it's not only just the song, because not every song gets a fair chance. So, you know, let's say you have a song that you think that is commercially obvious and could be a mass appeal moment. Maybe, you know, other stars don't align for that song to be presented in a way that everybody could hear it. For example, you know, with a lot of the songs from the first record, we got a lot of film and TV placements, and people just, you know, made their own videos, and a lot of it went viral. Another great example is the song "Run" that we were talking about, the first song on the new record. Went viral with this this Vine that this father-daughter made, this cute little video, and it exploded. So that was a song I never thought would see the light of day, other than just being the first song on the record. So you don't really know. You have a gut instinct and hope, but it's, you never know what people are going to gravitate towards. I don't know.
Are you gonna start off with "Run" tonight? Sweet. Okay.
Just to freak out these young kids. You know?
Yeah, it's
They're
super.
like,
it's
ooh,
intense.
I didn't realize this is the kind of show I was going to do.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if you do you think you'll ever go back to your like punk style? Do you think you maybe like if you make another album, maybe throw in like a punk-ish kind of song, or are you done with like?
Well, I still think a lot of the songs on this record especially have that spirit to them. You know, a song like Kooks Everywhere is a fast beat, you know, that definitely is derivative of the stuff I grew up listening to in the punk scene, for sure, and the hardcore scene and all that. But I don't know, I don't know if I love singing and I love melody so much, I can't imagine that I would do something where I'm just, you know, screaming only, or, I don't believe in limitations or walls or boundaries, so whatever it is to make the song sound best. There may be something extremely fast that is, you know, maybe one day I would do something like, you know, a song that's like just 2 minutes, just a blast of energy or something like that. But, no, I can't imagine I would do a straight up punk rock album.
Okay.
You never know, though, I don't know.
I was just curious.
There's been a lot of talks about doing side projects with some of my friends from other bands that I respect that would be fun, you know, but
that'd be very cool.
You know, I like music that appeals to everybody most at this point in my life. Stuff that our parents could listen to as well as people, you know, that are hip that we respect artistically, as well as, you know, younger kids and everything in between.
Sweet. Okay, I want to play just a quick short round of like you tell me yours, I'll tell you mine kind of thing. Sure. So say me and you were at a bar right now. I don't know if you like, you know, jukeboxing it up. I'm a jukebox junkie. And what song would, on a day like today, what kind of song would you play? It can be anything. Like I was thinking about it, so I guess I kind of cheated. Like
right now, I got an advanced copy of the new Weezer record.
Oh, sweet! From the White Album.
Yeah, from Rivers had his management send it to me, and I think it's, maybe I wasn't supposed to say that, but I'll tell you that it's really good, and it's one of their best records in a long time. So I think that people are going to be Weezer fans are going to be stoked. I'm a Weezer fan.
I am too.
So that's kind of what I've been enjoying lately, you know. So that would be
one of those songs.
I guess today,
Sweet,
Specifically today,
On a Friday at my DJ gig, I totally played in the garage. It's one of my favorites. I love that song. Yeah. Mine, I think if we were at a bar and I was on the jukebox right now, I'd probably play, I'm a huge Pixies fan.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'd probably play Dig for Fire.
Cool.
Yeah. What was my next question?
There's also a song called Lonesome Town by Ricky Nelson. That's from the Pulp Fiction soundtrack. Although it's not featured, but that song's incredible.
That soundtrack's incredible. What do you want, like, someday? Like, what's one of your fantasies? Like, in the future, something that you...
Well, you know, my main goal is to have a band that I produce and discover that's unknown, find their own success, and, you know, we're really close to that happening. So that's my main objective right now.
Cool. Mine is one day I want to have like a baby elephant. Baby elephants are so cute, but I don't want
a dog
it to.
Too, by the way.
Yeah,
but
dogs
it's just,
are cute.
we don't have time to have a dog. Right?
I know.
That's the problem.
Do you ever get to go out?
Yeah, we cruise around.
Okay.
You know, we try. I don't want to sit in the circus all day long. You know, so we try to go to good restaurants and cocktail bars and check out the scene.
You should have to just like. What?
Traveling pit bull. They're great dogs.
Oh.
And they do like to. They do like. Yeah. Good dogs.
See, the
baby. I think we want a hound of some sort.
Oh, basset hounds are really cute. Yeah.
Bloodhound.
Just a smart dog because.
Bloodhound or poodle. Standard poodle.
You need the bigger guys? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're hilarious to me.
Yeah.
But here's the
fun.
Yeah.
Here's the
and they're really good for service dogs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Here's the kicker though about the baby elephant thing. I don't want it to get bigger. So once it starts growing, I think that's when I put it down.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I want a bear cub to stay the same
age. Yeah. I'm joking. I wouldn't kill it.
I know.
Okay, well, I think that's the last question I had. Oh, do you have any new tattoos? I know you.
No.
No?
I have the same tattoos I've had since I was 18. You know, I never got any new.
There's a few more that I want to get, I think. But I like new experiences and I like to document them. And I think that on occasions like this, they should have like a tattoo guy on site.
Just in case you want to get wrapped.
I would love to get one with you and be like, that was when I met.
Oh, cool. That's a fun tattoo though, with the tape.
Oh, yeah, it was like a best friend kind of tattoo.
Oh, cool.
I like making mix CDs for people.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
Right, and my friend, one of my dearest friends, she still listens to all the CDs I've given her, so it's like a mixtape robot.
I remember mixtapes.
Where's mine?
Why? Because her name's Crystal, and I call her Crystal Bot, so that's where the
But
what?
no, where's my mix CD?
It's coming. It's coming.
You can fill in the blanks, you know, the lines right there, and write what is on there.
Yeah, I probably could. Yeah.
Full circle, just get it.
So that would be cool. Well, yeah, I think that's all the questions I had. Thank you so much for doing this. Aaron Bruno from AWOLNATION. We're at Freeman Coliseum with 103.3 The App. I'm DJ Mighty Iris, and we'll see you later. Bye.